Hi there, I'm Adam Kirbas, and this is my novel Sayyid Mahmoud. Nobody is still in prison. He's kneeled down. He does not feel any strength in his body anymore. On the wall is written in his blood, I am nobody and nothing good will ever happen to me. And Sayyid Mahmoud, the evil fiend, the devil's disciple, this inhumane pig, watches him. And he watches him enjoy. This is where you belong, exclaims Sayyid Mahmoud. This is your place. Yes, read it on the walls. Read it written in your blood. You are nobody, and nothing good will ever happen to you. Sayyid Mahmoud walks off. Sayyid Mahmoud walks off in the clothes of the commoner, of the decent man, of the one and only, of the honest heart, of the last human. And Sayyid Mahmoud walks in his clothes, and he feels pride in it. He flatters himself. He wears the commoner on his skin. He wears the honest heart like it would be a piece of garment. Like you can switch it off and on. That's why these evil fiends, that's why these demons, these villains, they will never understand what it is to be a decent human being, to be an honest man. No, Sayyid Mahmoud and his kind, they do not understand this. They think honesty can be worn like a cloth. And Sayyid Mahmoud looks at himself in the mirror, looks at him in the clothes of the commoner, looks at himself, and he imagines what a man he is supposed to be. What a man is a commoner. Sayyid Mahmoud imagines, of course, someone lower than him, someone far detached from him. But nevertheless, this evil fiend, this scumbag, he wears his clothes. He envies the commoner. Sayyid Mahmoud wants to be like him, wants to be this commoner, this honest heart, but he cannot match him. He cannot be like him. Because this evil, debauched soul, these villains, they have never learned to think about anyone else than themselves. They only think about themselves. They only care about themselves. And this evil fiend smiles again, his piggish smile. God is this scumbag, ugly, a revolting sight, and depraved sight. But nevertheless, Sayyid Mahmoud likes himself. His despicable, ugly appearance flatters himself. He almost gets an erection. That's how sick this depraved scumbag truly is. And Sayyid Mahmoud thinks about the commoner, about the nobody. He baptized the common heart as nobody, as not worth anything. And he imagines his home. He imagines his wife and child. He imagines Mrs. Commoner. And while wearing the clothes of nobody, he imagines and he thinks that he is entitled entitled to take possession of his life. Like a parasite, like a bug. He wants to get in there. He wants to nourish himself. He wants to engage and indulge in its voluptuousness until his evil heart and his filthy appearance and his filthy fingers, they bulge and dirten everything. Sayyid Mahmoud wants to take possession of the common heart. And he imagines, and he is curious of those, the evil eye, the insatiable eye, is curious of the commoner, of Mrs. Commoner. And he gets again his erection when he thinks about the commoner's daughter. Yes, this little girl who is in his hand. Now Sayyid Mahmoud can play God. Now he is and can decide about life and death. And this flatters Sayyid Mahmoud. He's a king on a throne. And he is the most ugly, the most revolting, the most piggish scumbag God has ever dumped on this world. But yet, this plague, this scumbag, he still breathes. He still finds a reason to live. Yes, Sayyid Mahmoud and his kind. They are human ailment. They are human plague. And they drown the lives of us all. And Sayyid Mahmoud has made up his mind. He's determined. This scumbag wants to enter the heaven of the commoner. He wants to enter the home of the commoner. He wants to take possession. He wants to rob the child from the hand of his mother and do with it whatever he pleases, because he's God now. He determines about life and death. And he again grins his piggish, ugly smile. This revolting, despicable creature, this plague, struts past the cell of nobody who is close to tears, who has sacrificed his honesty, who has sacrificed himself to protect his family. The common, honest heart, the decent man, our hero, our brave man, who fights for his family, who is honest, who is decent, who obeys the laws of God. But in this world, there is deep evil, ugly, despicable evil, unmentionable evil, who nourish on the commoner soul, on the decent people, and they rob us of our lives, and they rob us of our joy. Yes, Sayyid Mahmoud and his kind. Sayyid Mahmoud had promised. Sayyid Mahmoud had promised, like many of his despicable kind, he had promised that he would leave the family of the commoner alone. When the commoner baptizes himself as nobody, when he surrenders his humanity, even though this is not able to be surrendered, and no human being must ever surrender his humanity, not to anyone, but our common heart, our decent man, our hero, true man. He wanted to protect his family. He wanted to protect his little girl. He wanted to save her from the clutches of this devil and his despicable disciples. But he did not know the common heart, the commoner. Our hero didn't know that a promise in the world of evil, in the world of darkness, means nothing. He did not know that deep debauchery of Sayyid Mahmoud and his kind. He did not know the evil and its death. He did not know that when you give the devil your little finger, he wants the entire arm. He did not know. The commoner, in his belief in decency, in his belief in humanity, he did not know that when he surrenders his freedom, that his family is unprotected, and that the devil, this evil fiend, the scumbag, the enemy of all humanity, that he will take advantage of it, that he will take his castle and enter his home and hurt his children. Yes, he did not know it. He was not aware of it because in his mind he thought that every human being would obey God's laws, would believe in good. But he did not know that the evil heart, the fiend, the enemy of all humanity, Sayyid Mahmoud and his kind, they do not believe in good. No, they believe in the evil. They believe in everything that works out for them. They believe in voluptuousness. They believe in debauchery. And they hail every god, every shrine that gives in to their depravity. Yes, these evil fiends, they look for everything that pleases their depraved and sick inclinations. A word, a promise of these evil fiends means nothing. These people, they are no man. Sayyid Mahmoud and his kind, they are not decent men. They do not know the value of honor and a name. They have never appreciated family. They have never fought for everything. No, these cowards, these parasites, these scumbags, they live of us. They live of other people. They do not feel love for anything. They can only debauch and filth on everything. Yes, Sayyid Mahmoud and its kind, their word and their promise means nothing. The devil and his disciples, they are not bound to words. They are not bound to honor. That's why Sayyid Mahmoud walks past the cell of our hero, of nobody, who sacrificed his freedom in vain. And Sayyid Mahmoud grins again his ugly, prickish, swinish smile. And if you would see this prick, this inhumane scumbag, you would feel nauseous. Something revolting would emerge inside you. And Sayyid Mahmoud struts along. He's determined. And he walks up to the home of a commoner. The home where the light of civilization is still shining, where the fire of humanity is still burning. The home where people can find comfort, where there is no room for hate, for envy, for debauchery. debauchery and negligence, where there is no place for voluptuousness. And Sayyid Mahmoud seized his home. And again he was there when he took the honest heart out of there. When he took the commoner and robbed him of his family. He knows where to find you. And Sayyid Mahmoud knocks Mrs. Commoner, the honest soul, the decency in personification in a woman. A woman who loves her husband deeply. A woman who knows to fight. A woman who is no victim. A woman who does not obey commands of any kind. A woman who can love. A woman who cares for their family and fights for their family, for her family. A woman who knows the value of decency, the value of honor. A woman who can preserve her name, the commoner heart. And through her veins runs the blood of the heroes. She is a heroine. She is the defender of humanity. She is humanity's last stand. And on her it depends. Sayyid Mahmoud is greeted coldly. This is not what he is used to. Al-Hud and his kind, they bow their heads of him. They're scared of him, scared sick of him. But Mrs. Commoner, she's not afraid. She's worried of her husband. She knows, of course, that the evil fiend, that the devil stands in front of her, that the evil pig wants to get entry in her home. That depraved scumbag who craves for more, who is insatiable. And Sayyid Mahmoud again grins his piggish, ugly smile. That swine wants to get entry. Sayyid Mahmoud tells Mrs. Commoner that there would be an inquiry about her husband. Her husband did wrong. He wronged the gods. That's the verdict of Sayyid Mahmoud and his despicable kind. He wronged the gods. He wronged universe. He wronged the natural order. He wronged everything that darkness believes in. The commoner, the nobody. He wronged everything the majority, the people believe in. And Sayyid Mahmoud tries to coax Mrs. Commoner into complacency, like the evil snake, like the evil devil, the evil demon. He tries to coax her, can her, take her mind. But Mrs. Commoner, she is honest. She has a good heart. In her veins are the blood of decent human beings who fought for their lives, who know what it is to live, who know what it is to live for. In her veins are the blood, is the blood of many, is the blood of us all. Mrs. Commoner does not give in to sweet talk. She sees the evil fiend. She looks through this ugly, despicable, swinish face. She does not believe in it. But she knows, Mrs. Commoner knows, this is how society is built. This is the empire of darkness. And in this empire of darkness, you have to play along. You have to play the evil game. She's worried about her husband. It is her love. It is true love. Only the commoner, only the common heart can feel true love. Only the common heart knows what really matters in life. No evil fiend, no demon, no scumbag who puts himself on a pedestal knows what it means to live. No. These piggish people, they don't understand anything. They crown themselves to kings and put themselves above others and rob them of joy and humanity, but they do not know what life is. They do not know anything. Only greed, only voluptuousness, only how to take away from people. This is what they know. Mrs. Commoner knows the game, knows the evil fiend, but she cannot help her. She cannot help herself. She wants to help her husband. She wants to get him free. She does not know that her husband had made a deal with the devil just to save her. Just to save her and her little girl. Just to save the fire of humanity. She doesn't know that the devil, that he does not keep promises, but takes souls. And Sayyid Mahmoud knows it. Sayyid Mahmoud tells Mrs. Commoner that her husband had admitted guilt, that her husband had relinquished humanity, has given up his face, that his husband, that this man she loved, had given up himself. And he enjoys this. Sayyid Mahmoud again gets an erection. Her husband, the man she loves, she puts above him. The man she probably even loves more than her Sayyid, that this man has given up himself. Just like that. And that nothing could help him anymore because he has wronged the goat. That's the verdict. And only Sayyid Mahmoud can help her. This is how the evil fiend, this is how the villain introduces himself. This scumbag, this swine, this pig. And of course, again, Mrs. Commoner, she knows the game. And she plays along. And Sayyid Mahmoud enters her home, enters the castle. The modesty and the decency of the commoner. It is wealth. And he is again struck by wealth, but by wealth of the honest heart. By wealth the decent man has earned with his labor sweat. And again, Sayyid Mahmoud and his kind, they don't know anything about this. They don't know about honest work. They have never worked a day in their lives. They have never worked and pursued one day of honest work. No, they don't know something. Parasites. Parasites live off other people. Parasites. They do not cherish and value what one earns with his own labor sweat. And Sayyid Mahmoud struts in nobody's home. This is how he still thinks of him. He is disposed of nobody. And now everything is mine. And he struts into the living room and he seats himself like a king who took over a castle. And he prides himself. Yes, how smart I am. Yes, how cunning I am. And he imagines himself with all those great conquerors. With all those decent men who fought for something. Yes, this debauched and depraved mind thinks that he is in a league with all those who fought for their country, who fought for their homes, who fought for their lives, who fought for an honest and decent cause. Yes, even the devil imagines himself as being part of these honest men. And he took over a castle. He sits in the living room like the man of the house, and he commands Mrs. Commoner that from now on things are different, that from now on Sayyid Mahmoud and his kind will enslave them and will keep them in bondage and servitude. And Sayyid Mahmoud explains to him, life starts out new. Now darkness reigns here. Now darkness and the evil spirits have taken over. And nothing and nobody can help you. Nothing can aid you. And Sayyid Mahmoud commands Mrs. Commoner that she must bow for him in front of him, that her lips must kiss the very floor his feet walk, the earth he walks, and must listen to the things he says, and must command and obey his orders. Sayyid Mahmoud is now the man. He owns her life. He is her king, and she is his lackey. Sayyid Mahmoud makes clear that this is the divine order, that in his blood would be the blood of divinity, the blood of the first man, the blood of the holy man, the blood of the first who brought darkness into this world. This is what he says to her. Because he believes in darkness. And Sayyid Mahmoud commands her that she must now obey and bow in front of her, in front of him. That she is now a lackey. That her life means nothing. That she is nothing. Nothing but an elhood. Nothing but a commoner. A nobody. She has no name. She has no lineage. She has nothing. She is nobody. And Sayyid Mahmoud orders her to serve him and serve him well. Again, Mrs. Commoner feels a deep revolt in this bearing. Feels a deep revolt to have let the devil and the evil into her home. But she loves her husband. She loves him dearly. And she hopes that one day she will get him back. So she obeys the evil fiend, the enemy of all humanity, the devil's disciple. She obeys him. She kneels in front of him and pledges, I am your servant, my lord. You are highborn. You are the star on the night sky. And I am and my kind. We are nobody. We are nobody. Just another Elhood. And Sayyid Mahmoud again grins his devilish, ugly smile. His big face distorts to a smile. He took possession of the commoner's house. He took possession of what is dear to him, to our hero. And Sayyid Mahmoud eyes the daughter of the commoner, and he gets an erection. Again, he's overjoyous, he's excited, and he thinks about what he will do with this little girl. He thinks about that now this little girl belongs to him, is his possession, is the daughter of a lackey. That this little girl owes her life to him. That he, as her lord, and he, as a highborn, can do with her whatever she wants. Whatever he wants. She's now his. And Sayyid Mahmoud, he's joyous. He's excited. Now he will make the commoner pay. He will make the commoner's heart bleed. He will show them that he can do with his family whatever he wants. And the commoner who is locked in prison, cannot do anything against it. Sayyid Mahmoud will show them what a highborn is allowed to do. Sayyid Mahmoud will show them that darkness reigns here, and nothing and nobody can help them.